Hi, this is Jeff Lyhall. I'm going to show you how to use the extubation tent here. So this is a PVC construction frame here with the corners already glued together PVC glue. Components of it, there are these knot slots here that start with a 1/4-inch hole and go about 120 degrees around. You'll see how those are useful in a second. There'll be details on the construction of this when the whole instruction video is over. But basically what you're going to use is a painter's protecting cloth there to create a tent that will drop around your patient while they're being extubated to contain some of the respiratory secretions. They show you here, this is the basic drop cloth. They come in different thicknesses. There's 0.5 mils, 7 and 1, and even up to 5. This particular one is a good blend of length and height, 9 by 12. And it's not very thick at all, and it costs $2.37 at the Mountain Value True Hardware store.
Support local
awesome
businesses.
Place. Yes, we support local business. Okay, the other key material here are the A-frame ties here, which I have soaked in alcohol, which you get to drink after this is over. So I put a little ice in there for that, so we can celebrate. No, really, you can put these in, store them, reuse them. What they're going to do is they're going to snap into the frame like so. The knot goes into the knot slot times 4 on both sides of the frame here, and this is based on this design is based on being suspended from your typical patient lift. So this looks kind of like the homegrown variety of patient lift. If you have a single suspension patient lift, it's just saying IV pole, these can come together in this configuration here, but basically this is designed for the patient lift. The nice thing about the patient lift too is you can lower it for setup and then raise it up when you're all done. And so I'm going to take advantage of this right here. So this is basically your 9 by 12 mil sheet. So what you want to do is you want to use the 12-foot dimension is going to be the perimeter of this. And what I've done is, just for the sake of time, is I've pre-marked the middle point. And so this is going to be basically pointed toward the patient's foot here. And so I'm going to take about 12 to 18 inches of this here, and I'm going to drape it over the pole. And I've got these pre-made clips here. They're just going to hold that right in place. And I'm going to go right around the perimeter of this frame here and add these clips as I go. Whoops, sorry about that. Over there. And so there are about 6 of these clips that you want to have to start out with. So you go around this way. Got a couple clips on this side. And the whole idea here is that the reason why you're pulling up about 18 inches or so is so you can create kind of an apex for your tent here. So bring this one down here. So now what you're going to do is get some clamp and just gather up all the pieces, all the excess pieces here, and just clamp them all together or tape them together. Okay, so then the final part is you just bring this down, unfold this completely, and then you'll just use eye tape or something on the back side here just to kind of gather these two pieces together. You can tape it to the frame. And then it's time to go ahead and hoist this thing up and then set her on top of your patient here. And so the patient that you're extubating is going to be underneath this tent here, and all this excess sheeting here is going to be, go to the bear, gathered on top of the patient's waist, and we'll show you the inside view in a second. But anyway, you just want to kind of unfold all this stuff and create a base on the patient's lap. You put a pad or a chucks on top of that. And when your patient's extubated, that tracheal tube's going to land right there. Extubating, and actually, you know, tape us up might be just even better than a clamp up there. So now that I'm done extubating, I'm just going to take this whole assembly like so. Take off the clips. Hang on to them if I can. And basically pull that whole mess on top of this breathing tube and the chucks pad, and I'm going to pick it up and go away, and that's going to get disposed of. And then this frame you can wipe down with whatever bleach wipes you want. Sliding a lot, you can get all sorts of strength by attaching your string from the frame and bringing it outside the plastic and just letting it bite its way through the plastic into that slot. And look at all the strength you get just from that kind of attachment. Probably a lot better from these clips alone. So that's one thing you could do when it comes time to attach the curtain. Real. The other thing is these are 1/4-inch holes, and those are good enough to accommodate the knot in any kind of IB tubing end. If you pre-drill these with a very small drill bit, it's a lot easier for that 1/4-inch bit to sit on there without skidding around on the curved surface and actually giving you the hole. The slots can be cut with either a hacksaw or a Dremel. I just use a Dremel, and basically I went around about 120 degrees, about 1/3 of the arc of the circumference here. And when I glued these onto the corner pieces, I did so at an angle so that these are facing down, and, whoops, and so that the direction of pull is more toward the center, and that the slot accommodates that such that you get a very solid connection for both the pull and if you're trying to attach the drape there. And that's basically it. These cut very nicely with just a home hacksaw and PVC glue in the corner pieces. You got to use the glue because these things will wander out of the corner pieces. All right, have fun. Good luck.